Finally settled in.
Yeah. How you
I,
been?
I, I just got back from biking at Rancho.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit, my energy level's a little bit low, but I'll try and make it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day for biking.
It was beautiful out there.
Yeah. So you've been coming to Long Beach for walks, is that right?
Right there across the street from Alvarado Park, there's a wilderness center.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
It's
yeah,
beautiful. It's
it
like
is.
the world.
It is.
And,
I think I'm going down to the beach tonight.
yeah, they take a really wonderful walk. I enjoy it a lot. I wish I could go.
Yeah. How long does it take you to get to Long Beach from your place?
Um, if I go direct, it's like only 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Or, I go with access. I can get lucky and tell them that way. It takes 2 or 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
You're getting a ton of feedback, David.
Yeah, we're getting feedback. I don't know. Is it
Who am I getting feedback from? Oh, Larry, I'm getting feedback from you. Can you unmute, Larry?
Maybe I'm getting feedback. What's going on?
Okay, it sounds better.
All right.
It's good now?
You can hear me? That's
Yeah.
weird. I'm muted, but I can hear you guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. No feedback.
Well,
So that's good.
Yeah, that's weird because it says it's muted, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I am.
Technology. Not perfect yet, folks.
David, I have a question.
Sure.
So I've been rough riding it with my hands and doing the charcoals without gloves,
Uh-huh.
but my hands are so dry. Is there a certain lotion that charcoal artists use?
Thank you. Thank you.
So I don't understand your hands.
Are really dry from the
From the charcoal?
charcoal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
got my mask on.
Yeah, so as soon as you're finished with your charcoal session, wash your hands immediately and put cream on them. Don't put lotion.
Oh, cream?
Do a hand cream. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lotion has a lot of water in it. It has a tendency actually to dry your skin out. But cream is
Oh.
better.
David, remember Carmini, she recommended a cream some weeks ago on the text, that flamingo cream. I found
Right.
it at Target. I'll
Yeah.
probably text a picture to Ruby.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be
thank
great.
you, I'm say. Yeah, because I'm feeling that hands right now.
You want to keep those hands young and wrinkle free.
I feel like we're mechanic hands right now.
I
Yes,
have a
it's
different
exactly.
problem with my hands. I think I have an allergic reaction. There's a
Oh,
ramp in front of my house, and I walk up the ramp, and I'm holding on to the rails, and I think there was some spiders hanging out, so I have like spider
Oh, great.
reactions on my hands. So now
Mhm.
my hands are like swollen.
Oh, man. Try a Caladryl lotion. That works. Oh, Jose.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, so we're waiting on Colton and John. They're both coming. I'm not sure about Annette. We'll see.
you want me to call her?
Sure. Carmini's not going to be here today. She has an emergency procedure taking place right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Royce, are you teaching at that the place close to your house?
I start in a week and a half.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Is it one-on-one or do you have a class?
class.
Really?
Yeah.
How many students do you think? You don't know?
As many as we can fit in that room.
Really?
Yeah,
And it's close by. That's very
5 minutes, 5-minute drive.
5 minutes. Wow. How lucky are you?
It's amazing. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
What kind of class is it, Royce?
It's my inner development class.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you're not doing it via Zoom?
I'm gonna try to do a hybrid if anybody wants to
Uh-huh.
zoom in.
Oh, okay. Can I zoom in?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Sunday at
will.
4 o'clock.
Yeah. Could you send me the link?
Yeah,
mean,
can you
once-
send me
once
the
you get it
link,
started?
Roy?
Yeah, as soon as I get started.
That'd be great.
And what's the cost of your class, Roy?
I don't know what they're gonna charge there. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Royce, you can send me the link too, please.
What's that?
Royce, you can send me the link too, please.
Sure. Wow.
The more the merrier, right?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Okay. Get started soon here.
And I gotta say, everyone's work is amazing.
Thank you. Wait until you see what's happening today.
I know, I can hardly wait. Anton, love your lion. Michael, love your tree.
Thank you.
And who else did I see on there? Of course, always Jackie. Love her work.
Yes.
Where's Jackie?
I don't know.
Oh.
She'll be here. She sent her images. I think she sent her images. Okay. Let's see.
Michael's latest.
That's Michael. Oh, really? That's great. Have you started yet, Michael?
Yes.
Can't wait to see that one. Where do you get your puzzles?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
We put them back in the box and we donate them.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you get them from, Royce?
Oh, people send us puzzles or there's this place called Puzzle Warehouse that I get a lot of them. I'm just always getting him
Is
puzzles.
that online?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
What's the most piece puzzle you've ever done? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking for 6 zeros or something.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
my
Jackie.
goodness. 3,500.
Yeah.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, hi, hi,
Jackie.
hey.
Jackie, you ready for tonight?
Yeah,
Oh,
think so.
you're doing the first Fridays tonight.
Yeah, I'm only gonna
Congratulations.
say thank you.
Congratulations. Maybe I'll stop by.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Yeah. How exciting. So what time are you going to get there?
Well, I'm gonna try to leave at 3.
Leave at 3? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Start opening up at 3 and head on out.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and review your work first, because I know that you have to go.
Oh, yeah, I got finished prepping a couple more things.
Uh-huh. Hey, are you showing any of your charcoals?
I sure am.
You are, did you frame them? Did you frame
The ones I sent you yesterday, I'm taking those with me. And
Okay.
I put it in the frame. It looks so, my God, it looks so good. Oh my
I
God,
bet.
it looks good.
I bet, I
I
bet,
wanna see it.
I bet.
Well, they were gonna show.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're interested, a friend of mine gave me a lot of his art supplies because he's moving, but one of the things he gave me was, it's sort of a pop-up thing for works on paper. And it's kind of like a black canvas kind of thing that unfolds, and then you can have works on paper there that don't need to be framed.
Oh, okay.
And I have it right outside my house. If you want, come by and pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's brand new.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
That.
Yeah, yeah. So I think you'll like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie,
Cool.
did you get my email regarding the red art?
Oh yeah, I responded to you for thanks for sharing. You didn't get that part?
I haven't checked. I haven't checked.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
just want to tell the rest of the class the red art that we submitted the last day is the 30th. So then they're gonna take it down and get ready for another art something.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys wanted to go see.
Okay, okay. Hello, Colton.
Where's that at? Jose?
Oh, you're
Able
on
Arts
mute.
in Long Beach.
Sorry?
Able Artworks in Long Beach.
Okay. April?
Hello, Colton. Can you hear us? Okay. He's on a call to the president. of the United States.
Which one?
He is the president, David.
Oh,
He's
is
just
that-
undercover. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
David, I just sent you the paint, artwork I'm working on. It's not finished.
At the moment. Okay.
Yes.
What do you want? You still trying to go out? Watch out, watch out. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Ruby, did you email or, oh, there you are. Okay, got it. So this is what you're working on during class, right?
Well, I was working on it this morning.
Oh,
I guess I can continue to work on it during class.
yeah. I like it. So it's not the same one that you had already sent, or is it the same one?
No, that was my charcoal. Before I knew we were gonna do abstract for this 2 sessions,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I had done with the powder, charcoal powder.
Oh, really? Okay. So let me include that. There we are. Okay, and so we're just waiting on Dawn, and that's it. Then we can get started. Is Dawn going to be here? Do you know, Colton?
I'm talking to Don right now. He's trying to get on the link, but he can't really make out the. I'm trying to direct him.
Oh, right. Okay. We'll wait.
You trying to get in touch with God?
What's that?
No, I think he said he's trying to connect God or something. Did
Oh.
you see it?
Okay, so because we have 2 drawings each, it's going to be a pretty involved critique, but we're going to run it just like we did last week. I like that format. So we're going to choose one artist, and then there's going to be another artist to critique, followed up by my critique. I think that works well. Okay, let's see. Okay, Jackie, I think we're gonna start with you because I know that you have to leave early, so hold on.
Okay.
All right, so Anton, I'm gonna choose you to critique Jackie's piece first.
It's great.
You love it. How much are you gonna buy it for is my question.
Yes, I know. Send a
50
check with it.
million.
Okay,
What
so
happened?
Jackie, do you want to explain first and then you can follow up with starting the critique?
Okay. This is what I say that was the name I gave it. Oh, Cinco de Mayo, something like that, because it was completed yesterday.
Okay,
Cinco de Mayo.
okay.
Like he had a couple of drinks too.
Uh-oh. So is this your geometrical or your just
Yeah, geometrical. Yes.
geometrical? Okay.
Yeah. So I put many shapes in it. Wow, that was fun making that. I use a charcoal. Well, I traced it first. Divine charcoal. It's an echo here.
Yeah, there is.
And I used it. Pressed charcoal for the dark. And the rest of the light areas,
You guys are getting a lot of feedback.
I used the powder. Yeah.
Okay.
So I used all the elements. I had traced some things with the pencil a little bit, but that wasn't working too well.
Hey, Jackie, are you on your phone and your phone at the same time?
No,
What do
just
you
my
want?
iPad.
Huh,
Want me to come go out and come back in?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because we're hearing you twice.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
That was nice. That was nice.
Oh, I think I'm getting feedback from you too.
You getting feedback? You getting feedback?
Sound like we're in a canyon or something.
No, I was just playing, David. That was just video.
Oh, okay, let's try.
Wait a minute,
again
are you
one
getting
more
feedback?
time.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Jackie.
It
No,
really
no
is feedback,
feedback.
Colton.
Feedback for real.
Yeah.
Do you have a phone on? Is your phone on, David?
Nope.
David, is there any way you can mute everybody and then just the
Oh my
folks that-
goodness.
Okay, well, let's see. So everyone here. Okay, Jackie, do you want to try it one more time?
Okay. Okay. I traced it out with Vine, and I used the powder for the light sections and the charcoal for the dark. And I used every element of the charcoal. But that was pretty cool to do. So I'm pleased with it. That's Cinco de Mayo. Looking a little drunk.
It's great. So Anton, to you.
I really
Anton,
like it. I think it's cool. It reminds me a little bit of like Cubism or something,
Mhm.
just because of the way it's sort of got cubes almost and things like it looks like you could be looking at from different angles, I suppose, like even the nose. Gosh, I would agree too. I feel that way after too much tequila.
Yeah.
And I even like the lips kind of look like a heart. So I'm assuming it's a lady.
It could be either or. I wasn't thinking it was a guy. I thought it was a man, really.
I thought it
But I
was-
made the heart. It's like a tongue, I guess, maybe. Or you could look at it as a top lip
Mm-hmm.
or the tongue.
but the
but-
lips do make it look like it's a woman.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks like a woman that's like saying, "Hey, come over here and talk to me."
A little cool hat.
Yeah.
Especially with the mole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's not that many dudes that do the Madonna
Oh,
mold on the side.
course.
so.
except
Right.
for Robert
Um,
De Niro. He has a mole on his face.
Well, but even the side by which you said it's like a hat, but it looks like hair. It almost looks like a woman that,
Mm-hmm.
did her hair nice, and even the lapel or whatever under her neck, it just looks like a woman to me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a woman. It's official.
It's a girl.
Or a dude in drag. I don't know. It's up to you.
No, it looks more like a woman fur though. Okay.
But gosh, I don't know. I think it's very expressive. I mean, I like the energy in it. As far as technical, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I think I really like it. It's cool. I like the fact that it's not super blended in or anything. It's sort of got kind of like a expressionistic painting type of look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, David, help me out. You're the tech guy.
Well, Jackie, I think it's a very successful piece already.
Mm-hmm.
With abstract, it's not an easy thing to critique an abstract piece, because in abstraction, you're breaking a lot of rules that you normally go with in representational.
Right.
But so what I always go by first is, how do I feel about it? How does it make me feel? Which I think is so important in abstract work.
Right.
And this makes me feel happy. To me, it's sort of a happy, whimsical piece. I could probably live with this for a very long time and not get tired of it. Thing about representational work, sometimes I get tired of it, even though that's what I do. So I always try to make that even more interesting. With abstraction, sometimes it's considered decorative artwork, and it's one of the top pieces that sells, that people want in their house, for example, just because it looks pretty. But to have meaning behind an abstract piece is very, very important. So let me ask you this: was there underground meaning that you wanted to get across here?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay. So
No.
you're basically dealing with lights and darks and values and shapes and lines. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once they came together at the end, it to me, it's just, I don't know. It seemed like it has a story to it. I'm not quite sure what the story is,
I see that.
but
I think
a
it's very
story,
musical.
story behind that.
Very.
I guess the eye of the beholder can tell that story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my story, but it's a story
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be told.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jackie, I was gonna say I actually think of jazz when I look at it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I do
Like
too.
it looks like a woman from, maybe the 30s or
But yes,
20s.
that's what I see too.
Yeah, it's from back in the day.
Like could be in like a jazz club. She's having a good time. She's, dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly
Jackie-
what I see.
Jackie, do you have a pen and a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, write this name down. Otto, Otto, first name. Last
Oh.
name is Dix, D-I-X.
DIX.
He's one of my favorite representational painters, and he actually painted during the 30s. He's German, but he has a real abstract quality to him, and
Mhm.
I think you'll enjoy him.
Oh, okay.
His work is pretty bizarre.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And I love his use of color and everything else. But when I look at this, I kind of look at, it reminds me of kind of an Otto Dix kind of piece.
Oh, okay. I
So-
definitely look up.
Definitely look him up. That's what
Right.
I like to do. If I figure I'm going in a particular direction, I look up artists doing something similar to that, or that had done something similar. And it really kind of helps the process. But in terms of technically, I can't really talk technically about this. Maybe what I have done, maybe gone to the left here and maybe made this darker so that his face jumps a little bit. But then again, it's abstract, right? So it's okay that it all kind of blends together, but that's just something that I would probably do right away. Just darken
Make
up
make what part darker?
this part darker, almost as dark as this over here.
Well, I have another dark one underneath that
I see that.
on the left side.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought about making it darker, but it's a darker piece at the corner of the hat. I didn't
Mhm.
want to make it dark because it wasn't gonna
Mhm,
make it the little hat pop.
mhm,
So
yeah,
I kind of like put it in the in between the
Mhm.
darkness on the bottom of it and then the top.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's creating your eyes jumping around here. I would love
Yeah.
to see this even as dark. So you know how to get your darkest dark in charcoal, right? Your blackest black.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that?
Oh, in the compressed charcoal.
Yeah.
And I really meant to really make that the left side as dark as the one in the hat.
Mhm.
But
how do
yeah,
you get
it
dark?
should-
How do you get it dark?
So
With the
compressed
compress-
compressed
compressed-
charcoal with water.
You just put water on it and smear it around? or-
oh no, I didn't.
And that's going to turn it into almost like an ink. And it's
Oh,
going to
okay.
that's going to be your blackest charcoal black.
Mm-hmm.
You could do layers and layers and layers, but I find it easier to just add a little water to it, let that dry, and then maybe even layer on top of that. And then you'll get
I
these
forgot about that.
really intense blacks.
Right.
That
Yeah.
shiny black, huh?
It'll dry out to flat eventually, and especially when you spray it, then it will really flatten out. Are you showing this piece tonight, Jackie?
Yeah.
Is this framed?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to pull it up.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
It's in my phone though.
Oh, okay.
With my phone. I was trying to put it on my backdrop so everybody can see it.
Mhm.
Do you have it in the room? You can just hold it up?
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll do that. Hold on.
All right. We're going to take a tour through your house.
Ooh, this thing is heavy too.
David,
Yes.
stop sharing so we can pin her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much of it can you see.
Just
Yeah,
hold it up.
Oh, that looks nice.
That
Yeah, it looks
looks
great.
very nice.
Wow.
Bigger than I thought too.
That's nice.
Very professional.
Beautiful,
Nice.
Jackie. Beautiful, Jackie.
What makes it
Thank
pop? with-
you.
The frame goes perfect with it.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I found
Wow.
this frame at Hobby Lobby for $10.
Really?
Wow.
You find those frames, Jackie, you'll never tell me.
Uh,
You never tell me.
Well, each store is different, so you
I
have to
know,
look.
but you know I'm looking for frames.
Oh, this is a while ago. This was last year.
oh, yeah. But you could still
Yeah.
find $10 frames with glass too.
So
Yeah.
that's nice.
So,
I can't find $10 frames.
No?
I have no
You
idea.
don't,
I
you
have-
don't
I
live
have
near a Hobby Lobby, Troy? Anton, you don't live near a Hobby Lobby?
I don't think so.
I have a 24 by 36 frame for canvas. I paid $6 for it
Wow,
at Hobby Lobby.
wow, yeah.
What is Hobby Lobby? Is that like an art store?
A craft store, a craft and home decor.
And it's huge. They have everything you could think of.
It's
Have it.
like a
don't
micro.
think we have
Google
that.
it, Anton, near your address and see
Like
if their
a
one
Michaels.
pops up.
It's like Michael's.
I
Mhm.
bet you can't get a $10 frame of Michaels though.
A what?
You said what?
He said, he bet you can't get a $10 frame at Michael's.
Just Google
Not
Anton.
anymore.
Just
Fortunately.
Google Anton Hobby Lobby near your address and then see.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to sharing.
Good job, Jackie.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yes, great job.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Okay, so for those people that are working on works on paper and that you want to frame them, keep in mind, if you go into like a Hobby Lobby or a Michaels or whatever, they already have frames already made. Those are all what they consider standard sizes. So, and they're always cheaper. But if you're working on a paper size that's not standard and you have to go get a custom frame, very expensive.
Look,
Very expensive. So I always recommend, if you're doing lots of works on paper, to make those custom sizes, standard sizes. And those are generally 4 inches difference. 12 by 16, 18 by 22, things like that. So
David, when you say standard sizes, would those be most of the, I guess, paper sizes that you'd buy, or is that actually,
those are the paper sizes that you have are standard.
okay?
yeah.
But, you know, even with paintings, if you want to do something different, you know, standard sizes can become somewhat boring, you know, if you're not careful, if you're doing only standard sizes. But it's something to consider about the framing cost.
So when you don't do standards, you just take a piece of paper and you're cutting it smaller, or?
No, you just take it to the framer and you have them frame it.
Well, I mean, like if you're wanting a different size for your piece, do you generally take a piece of paper and cut it to the size you want?
Yes, if I know that I'm going to use a standard frame, then I will absolutely cut that. Or what you can always do, if it's not standard, then you can add a mat to that. But that's also expensive. Matting pieces are very expensive, right, Royce?
Yes.
You remember, right?
Yeah.
When you owned your gallery, did you do framing there or did you have it sent out?
No, people would bring it in framed. I never did any of that.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very costly industry, framing. Molding.
What's custom framing generally go for price wise, David?
Say what I pay, say I'm doing like a 22 by 27 or something like that. Probably in the area of 350.
And that's like a pretty regular frame, or?
Yeah, that's a medium grade frame.
Wait a minute. How much you would pay for it? What size?
Like a 22 by 27 or something. I would probably pay about $350
For a frame that size?
to cut. They call that custom framing. Yeah. So whenever you take your piece in and you don't have, you know, a lot of people even use standard sheets of paper or canvas, and they still want it custom framed because they don't like the selection of the frames already pre-made.
Oh, David,
Yeah.
am I in the wrong class?
Yes,
This the framing class?
it is. But something to know about framing, especially if you're going to be showing. Are you showing next month?
No, I'm gonna go for July.
Okay. And so are you, Michael, right?
Yes.
Good.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be nice to have you there, Jackie, too.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be
Oh,
going
yeah.
to the first Friday today.
Are you going today?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be leaving at like 3, go after 3.
Oh, are you showing or are you just going?
I'm just going. Where'd that echo
I'll
come
show
from?
up.
There we go again.
Here we go with the feedback again.
I got.
What is that?
payments. My
Okay.
Venmo, Cash App, and
Oh, that's great.
Right on.
That's perfect. You are so prepared.
I have my artist statement as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can read about me.
How much are you gonna be asking for that piece, Jackie?
Ooh, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna start high, like $800.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Start at 7.
How much you think, David?
Well, have you been to First Fridays before and checked out the artwork and the prices?
I've been one time.
Yeah, they're right around $500 range pieces. Yeah,
Even for charcoal?
even for charcoal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the cool thing is, the way that I see pricing is that if somebody purchases that for $500 or just purchase it for whatever reason, you know you're on the right track because somebody wants to acquire it and have it hanging on their wall.
Mm-hmm.
So that says, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm gonna do 10 more of these. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's not always about the money right away up front. It's about somebody who actually wants to acquire your piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That speaks a lot, even though I know money, you know, we all want it, so. But let's move on, let's move on to your next piece. Now, is this charcoal?
I don't know. It looked like it might be, but that's my reference.
Oh, okay. And let's go to this one.
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. Hmm? That's charcoal.
Write your name. That's your name.
Do what?
That's your name.
We see my name at.
Those lines going to like cursive like lines.
Oh, no. I guess I probably could have done it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah. That was a pencil. The lines were with a pencil, and I used the vine. Just a pencil and vine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And I had cut out a square on a piece of paper, and that's how I got the little square box on it. And I just you know, I used the powder for that one to make the color. I mean the shades of the other squares.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, it's dark ones and medium light ones.
Yeah. So Anton, you're still with Jackie. Do you have any questions? Anything that you really like about this piece? Anything that you might consider changing? Any questions for Jackie?
I really actually like all the lines and stuff. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I like it too because it's not like super straight or anything, kind of zigzags around, but it still has like a nice balance to it. It almost looks like a heart in the middle where the squares are, if you look at the lines around it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I see right there.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you do the squares, Jackie?
I just took a piece of Bristol paper, and I traced the square and just cut it out, and just have a square inside of a big square piece of paper, and I just placed it down and just put charcoal over it.
Mm-hmm.
And
When you
just
say charcoal, did you use
I used the charcoal. I think the powder.
the
I
powder?
used the powder for that.
So you use like a stencil or something?
Well, I made this stencil. Yeah,
Yeah,
made the square stencil.
that's cool.
So the square that you cut, it was open. I mean, what you see traced around?
It's open. I made it to an open square from a sheet of paper. Well, a small piece of paper.
Okay.
So, I had seen the idea on one of Pinterest. Somebody was making the squares on. That's, oh my God, I need that. I like that idea
Mhm.
of using the squares. So I might do other ones like that too.
I think it's cool.
But-
It almost looks like a clown to me or something. The
Yeah.
face,
If
Yeah.
you
the
look at,
nose.
you know, like Anton, where you say like it look like kind of like a heart starting from the bottom. If you look at that bottom part, it looks like a
Obama.
Obama upside down, his head.
Oh, I see that.
That does look like a face, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the composition a lot. I mean, it's balanced and everything. I would just say I wish I'd see a little more detail in the body
Mhm.
because it's cool. It almost looks like hair at the top, but it
Yeah.
almost looks like a cloud or something.
Hair is covering her whole body.
Yeah, I would just say that'd be my only, request would be, I just think given your sort of how your reference was, at least, not saying it has to be like that, but the silhouette I think is a little more harsh in the reference, which I think
Right.
looks good. But
Okay.
it's cool. I like I said, I think the lines and stuff look really cool. I
Yeah.
like the squares too.
Thank you.
Good critique, Anton.
Very good critique.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It reminds me of a jazz album.
Yeah, more
That
jazz.
jazzy.
Were you listening to jazz when you did this stuff, or
No.
no? Gangster rap, like.
Were you listening to any music at all?
She was listening
Yeah.
to herself.
I always play music when I do art.
Mhm.
And sometimes I put on classical.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I think I had my oldies but goodies stuff on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I like it.
Probably how the heart ended up. All those songs are love songs, so.
Well, I really like your value changes here from darks to lights to mediums. I think
Yeah.
it's great. And in the sense of abstract expressionism, in sense of a piece of artwork, generally, and you probably work the same way, they don't pre-plan. They just go up to the canvas or go up to the paper and start at it. Is that what you
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's your typical abstract expressionism kind of ideology, is
Mhm.
to create as you go along or where you see fit.
Yeah,
So there's no pre-planning.
right.
And that's what this looks like to me. But with doing that, you always have to be careful not to have anything look like sort of an afterthought. You know what I
What
mean?
you mean? No?
Like, oh, it looks good, but I think I'm just gonna add this because I don't know for what reason. So there has to be
Right.
reasons in making abstract work. I don't know. Here we go. Here, this section here looks to me sort of like an afterthought. Like, oh, it's going to make it look better or worse. I'm not exactly sure for the reason behind doing it.
Oh, the white line?
Uh-huh. This.
Yeah, threw it off.
It threw it off a little bit. Everything else seems to really flow naturally. This seems to be sort of, and that's why I can always tell afterthoughts, because they stick out. They're like,
Oh, okay, I get it, because that was an afterthought.
Yeah. See, I can read your mind here. Okay, yeah. But other than that, I love it. Again, you do really great abstract work. Are you showing this one tonight?
Yeah, I'm taking that too.
Okay.
Is that one the same size?
No, that's a, hold on. A phone. Oh, that one, I cut it into a 11 by 14.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I wanted to use my border to see how it would look with a border. So I chose that size.
So you have, this is matted. Your piece, that border is matted? Is that-
Matted board, yeah, I matted.
Okay.
And make it 16 by 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You want to see it?
I would love to. Just really quick.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Hi, David.
Hey,
Oh.
Dylan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back
Oh,
in.
good to see you.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't see you, but it's good to hear you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm back in. I'm at a doctor appointment right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, going through.
Are you at Rancho?
No, Long Beach,
Oh,
and it's Optum. That's the name of my plan, Optum.
oh yeah, right around the corner from me.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
You on Pacific? You in that clinic in the Pacific?
that's right.
yeah,
That's where I got my vaccination. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I
Right there on
can't
the
get to
corner.
it.
It's right on the corner, huh, Don?
Yeah, right on the corner,
Right at
exactly.
the light.
It's a little
Right.
place. It's a little place. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hey,
Jackie,
Carl.
you can't bring that up. It's hidden. Jackie? We're having all kinds of technical stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing and I'll start sharing again. Okay, Jackie, can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I can't
cool.
find it.
That's okay. This
It's
is good.
okay.
It's already packed up.
Yeah,
We believe you.
we believe, exactly. Okay, so since Anton critiqued your work, it's your turn to critique his work.
Oh my goodness.
So Anton, you actually did 3 pieces, right?
I did.
3 pieces. Ooh, look at you.
That's because I did like 5 and I trying to figure out which ones I like.
He's the overachiever.
That's my geometrical one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You want to
That's good.
explain? Do you want to explain first before she jumps in?
Yeah, I just kind of you said we had to do one that was geometrical abstract, and I forget what the name of the other one is again.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, I just looked at a bunch of different stuff and I was having so much trouble with those damn pencils trying to get them sharp and stuff. So I just decided to go with triangles. I didn't really have too much of a plan, but I wanted to have like sort of a balance to it, but not make it seem too precise. And then I did all that stuff too and kind of, use the vine charcoal to sort of darken around the edges, because I saw one piece where it looked like almost like it was a geometric abstract, but it was kind of looked like things were almost bleeding into each other. So I just thought that was kind of fun. So I wanted to give it like a little bit of dimension so it didn't look totally flat. And I finished all that first, and then I thought, well, what should I do with the rest? So I decided to black everything out. And that's pretty much it. That was the last one I did. So
But it's cool though. And it's cool. I like how you made it dark on the right side and lighten up on the other. But the triangle looks good the way they collide into each other. And you colored, the pieces that entwine with the other. But it's a good piece. I like that. I saw something like that too on Pinterest. It was cool. But it's so much stuff. I mean, so much you can do though. It's just amazing.
I call this pizza in outer space.
Pizza.
I see
Yeah,
it's
it
like a
does
piece
look
there.
like kind of Twilight Zone.
Pizza.
Twilight Zone pizza. That's the alt title.
Yeah.
I have a pizza.
I know it reminds you of or Doritos. Doritos.
That's
pizza.
I like that better actually. Doritos in outer space.
Yeah,
There
it
you
looks
go.
more like a Dorito. Like you can it can go for a Dorito advertisement.
I'm sure there's some stoners right now. That's what their Doritos look like. At least 2 there.
Yeah, that's good.
Royce, what do you think of this? Royce, Michael.
I like it. I keep staring at it. I love the composition.
Yeah.
It's just, it has enough movement to it that it keeps my interest. Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Thank you, Royce.
Doritos in space.
Doritos and
Right.
steaks.
Doritos and pizza.
Yeah, I
Those
really
are
like.
lighter ones. Those are ranch Doritos, by the way.
Dorito pizza. Dorito pizza.
I really like your overlapping,
Doritos.
Anton, where
Yeah,
it changes value.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it interesting, makes the eye go back and forth. You can either look into that and say that's on top or that's lying in the back, and actually
Yeah.
bring these things up here. The thing about abstract work is I love to make it too. I find it really a good practice not to.
We'll go ahead and see you. We'll go ahead and see you.
Oh,
I can
okay.
hear you over whatever that is.
Not to look at too many examples because it can confuse you, in fact.
Right.
So I'm very careful with that when I start a new body of work and I really want it to go in my direction. I try to not look at anybody's work because I don't,
Is that for
Right.
anything or that's specifically abstract?
right. I don't want to be influenced by somebody else's. But, you know, to quickly look, and she showed, you know, examples last week, but just something to consider and really relying on yourself to create. But I have not seen this from anybody else, but I
Like,
see
'cause he came
remnants.
up with some pizzeritos.
Yeah,
It almost looks like a 1980s logo or something. You know?
it could, yeah. Well done. Did you spray this, Anton?
I haven't had a chance to spray them yet because I didn't finish until kind of early in the morning,
Okay. So,
meaning last night. I
okay.
had to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Dark.
So another trick too, if you wanted the blacks blacker, go ahead and spray it and then just add another coat of that compressed charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah, because if he would have blacked it all out, that would really pop.
Yeah, it would.
That was what I was thinking too. Like I said, it was like 2:30
Yeah.
in the morning, so I
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Yeah,
wrapped
I
it
think
up.
you're right. And also, do you see this little area here?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to black it out and leave that space right there, it's almost kind of like a glow.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think that would be really awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Very well done. Is this on
And
tone
Tom,
paper?
what did you do it on?
I did it on that. All of them are on that tone paper.
Oh, they're all on the tone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did you use any water or any thinner or any of the other techniques that we had seen last week?
Not on this particular piece. I didn't use the Serpenoid or anything. I did use like the pencil, the what's the brick called again? The
Press.
composite charcoal, or what's it called?
Compressed.
The compressed charcoal.
Mhm.
And then I used the vine charcoal.
Mhm.
And that was basically it on this one. Then I used a rule. I mean, like a piece of wood, so I could draw straight lines, like
Mhm.
really straight lines.
I would keep going with that. I would take Don's recommendation and then even darken up your background even more. I think not too black though. It's kind of nice to have the ins and outs like you've done here, because I
Mhm.
still see lighter sections, which is very cool.
So you're saying, so it still looks like it's got like almost like an aura or a glow off of it, but it's the
Exactly.
actual background looks like it's literally floating.
Right. And it would add what they call vibration to your work, which
Mhm.
means it will kind of move. It won't be so set in stone, so to speak.
Right.
And yeah, that vibration process is really great. It works a lot. But very successful piece. Congratulations. Let's move on to your other 6 pieces.
All right.
My other 6.
All right. Okay, so Anton, process.
This one I used the Terpenoid. I used
Oh, that's
pretty
nice.
much everything. Crazy feedback again.
Yeah. I have no idea why that's happening.
But I used Terpenoid. I used vine charcoal. I used the pencils. I used the white pencil. I used pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I, kind of moved it around too. Like even though it's landscape, I didn't draw it that way, but I kind of figured out what looked the best, what angle I liked the most. And then I didn't have a spray bottle, so even with the Turpenoid, I want to kind of get different effects with it, but I couldn't spray it, so that's one of the reasons I ended up doing like a bunch of them, because I didn't like how it looked. And then finally I discovered if I put a lot of the charcoal powder like in one spot, and then I wet it, I could take a brush and kind of smooth it around, and that's how I got that big splotch in the bottom. Or I guess it's on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at a bunch of pieces that had just kind of random zigzags and things. So I added some of that stuff, but I didn't want it to look too, since this isn't the geometrical one, I want it to look, like it was spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got, off my instinct, I wanted to put some color on it, which I know wasn't on the list of to-dos, but I just thought, oh, I want to stick red on this.
It looks good.
Thanks. I took that and just squished it on there and used my finger to move it around.
David, I think the feedback is coming from Ruby.
I have her muted.
Yeah, once you muted her, it went away.
Yeah. Okay. She's outside, it must be. Okay, so Jackie, to you.
Okay, Anton, that is a fabulous piece.
Thank you.
I had saw something like that too. And it really looks good, and the red makes it really, really pop.
Thank you.
It looked like you squashed the red on there though. Like it was something squashed. And you say you used your fingers for it? Is that paint?
Yeah, I literally squished it on there and just, and moved it around.
Yeah. It looks good with that red. I like that.
Thank
What
you.
medium is the red in?
That's acrylic.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I don't want to wait a month for it to
But it
dry.
looks a little thick.
It is, it's very thick.
Oh, okay. And I like your little scribble designs, like in the corners and that R. It looked like a R zigzag. Like, really? But it's nice. I like that. You did a good job on that one.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite part about this piece, Jackie?
I like how he used did you use the compressed charcoal for your darkness?
I did, and I used the
Vine.
Yeah, but for the darkest parts, I used the compressed and what's the powdered one again?
The vine
charcoal powder.
Powder. Powder.
Literally powder.
I like how you use your white streaks too.
Yeah.
So you use the eraser for your white streaks, or you use a white pencil?
Actually, that's a white pencil. I used the eraser a little bit just to clean things up, but I didn't use it too much on
okay.
the blacks, because I found that a lot of it doesn't erase.
Yeah.
Especially the compressed charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it. You can make some copies with, some prints with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
It's like birds. It's like birds. It's like the birds is flying to that red thing.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Just a tip, the white eraser can erase the compressed charcoal.
Mm-hmm. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
Since I have you, Omaze, what are your thoughts about this piece?
I like it a lot. The red makes it look like it's in an explosion, like an explosion here. And I like the whole design of it. Just what do you title this, Anton?
Outer Limits.
I actually haven't given it a title yet. I just came up with the last one because I'm hungry, I guess. But
From the twilight zone to the outer limits.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I really just felt like I wanted color on it, so that's why, you know, after I finish it, I want to stick that red on it. And then, to be honest, I messed around with a bunch of these, like I said, and I wasn't really liking it initially. And I was like, God, like I just felt like, because I started out trying to get, you know, like some kind of, as David said, improvise some kind of shape or something. I'd like it for a while, and then I'd do something, it looks like crap. So I just kept playing around with it. But after I finished it, though, I actually like it more, since it's, you know, it's kind of like I've become more at peace with the imperfections, if that makes sense. Just like I like that it's so kind of all over the place.
Well, I have to say again, another very successful piece, and I'll tell you my favorite parts are all of this here, all this organicness that you have
That's
there.
where the birds are.
Yeah, all of this down here. Some of my favorite parts are all here.
That kind of looks like a vulture.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the red at all.
Okay.
Neither am I.
Because it looks like an afterthought to me.
Okay.
Just like we talked about afterthoughts.
Red looks
I'm
like
not-
oops.
And I'm not a fan of these whites either, because
The
those
whites.
also look like afterthoughts. Everything else seems to flow. And if I were to look at this without the red, because my eye goes there and it's very stagnant to me, that red, when everything else is so flowing.
David, could
Yeah.
he cover that red with black?
He could. And you can actually try to take that off a little bit. And if not, maybe the texture will be, you know, add something to it. Try to go over it with that, you know, maybe just a little peak of red there. But for me, it's way too much for everything else.
When I go over it though, do I use the powder, or I would use
compressed charcoal?
Compressed. So literally just rub over the top of it.
Yeah, and you can even do, you know, mix up yourself a little soup with the compressed charcoal and water and paint over.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, soup it up. Just soup it up.
Soup it up.
When you say soup though, you mean like you kind of crush it up and stick it in water? Or?
Yeah, grind it. You know, get a razor blade and just sort of grind that. You know, just like your powder. Your powder is not as black as your compressed, so you need a really black here. So I would use a utility knife and or a razor, and grind that up. Add a little bit of water to it. You don't need a lot, and then paint over that red.
And then the parts that you said you like the most that are on the left.
All of this is really great.
Yeah, those are actually, I put terpenoid on it, and then like I said, didn't have a spray bottle, and I just put a lot on there and just kind of moved the page around.
Oh, so the terpenoid is a very good interpretation, huh?
It is. It's great. It's great.
What
You know,
if you were to
I'm sorry?
What if you were to put red in other places, just very cautiously? Would that work?
Maybe, but I'm just seeing this piece because I think it's so successful if it was just black and white.
Because I think if he puts red all over, it'd change the whole
The whole thing would be different. Yeah.
whole feel.
Yeah. And I think that red looks like it's straight out of the tube. Am I not right on that, Anton?
No, it is. It's literally I squished it on there and moved it around my finger.
So that's another thing that I would be very careful about, not to use paint straight out of the tube because it looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a dead red.
It is. Though tube colors, it's only a base on which to start. So I never recommend using paint straight out of the tube because you can always tell. Beginning artists do that. Professional artists, they don't. They mix their own, you know.
So generally you'll mix it with something so it's got a bit of a different tone or a little richer.
Yeah, because you know, reds, they can imply different things. It can imply passion, aggression. It's like, what are you trying to get out of that red color? And right now, it just doesn't work for me. The color, that color, and just because it looks like an afterthought. Nothing else does really, except for the little whites here. I even like these. They remind me of sort of Asian characters. That's kind of nice. But
as far as the whites, is there any way should I try to? I mean, that doesn't erase, does it? That chalk.
The white chalk, you could try it with
black over
the white eraser. You can try.
Use a pencil over it.
There's black over it.
Yeah.
Well, it's still gonna look like a black line though.
Yeah, but you got black lines in there.
Yeah. All of this is really great action. And
Yeah.
again, very your signature kind of style. I'm learning. But let's take a look at. Okay, without going any further, I think the color killed it again.
Okay.
I think it's super great in the direction, even the minimal sort of. And how did you get this black? Did you mix that with water?
That was with the powder and the terpenoid.
Okay, powder and terpenoid. Okay. Yeah.
This was one of the earlier ones. It's like an afterthought, but I just thought, it's kind of.
I'm not feeling that one.
This one I'm definitely feeling. I would just lose that red.
Yeah. I love that.
Even the
Because
birds
now
are
I'm, starting to create a shape out of that red. So, and depends on what you're going with that shape, but now I see something in there that I'd rather not see.
Oh my God.
Am I the only one?
No, I
didn't even see it.
I see it
I
too.
thought you were saying it was a
No,
flip.
But you pointed
not-
it out.
You're not the only one, David. You're not the only one. But to keep it PG, I also see it as a airplane.
Okay.
I thought you meant like it looks like an orca
Or a
something.
P-plane.
Don't go. You're funny. No, earlier when I said explosion, I was thinking of an airplane like crashing.
Good. I'm glad you weren't thinking of the.
Okay.
But
your
that's the
comment.
the PG version.
PG comments.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anton, that's what I would do. Just lose that. I think you got it.
Good
So
job.
I
man.
shouldn't
You did a good job.
put the spray on it until I go over all that stuff, right?
You're right.
Yeah, definitely black out some of that red.
Yeah.
Most of the red.
But Antoine, if you don't want that piece, you can always send it to me.
There you go.
Oh, Carlton is an
Thank
art
you.
collector.
Yeah. Yeah. And remember,
Art collector.
yeah.
I take the compliment, brother. Thank you.
So remember all of these techniques that you'll be using, because we have how many pieces? Do we have 2 pieces left? Yeah, that's it.
Just
So yeah, we're on week 8. We only have 2 weeks after this.
oh, okay. I'm gonna head on. I need to get off.
Okay. Do you want to stop by really quick and pick that up? It's right outside my door.
I probably can do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Cause my daughter she gonna help me. So hopefully she back in time. She'll go pick up Royce and bring her back, and then we're gonna head on out.
Okay. Well, good luck, and I hope to see you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Hello to Sumako.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody, you have a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all
Happy
the mothers.
Mother's Day to you.
Thank
I hope you
you.
make lots
Happy
of money
Mother's Day,
tonight.
Jackie. Good
Okay,
luck.
guys.
I'll see you later, Jackie.
All right. Thank you. All right, Colton. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.
Good luck.
Oh.
All right. So
Hey, quick question, David.
Yeah.
Like I noticed in some of the videos and stuff, people try to get that, I guess, round kind of, splotchy look by putting the terpenoid on top of the charcoal powder.
uh-huh.
But I found that was not easy to get that look, at least.
Right.
I don't know if that's because I just didn't have a spray bottle or I wasn't doing it right or something.
Yeah. How did you apply that terpenoid?
Well, initially I either poured it or I would take a brush or something and kind of soak it and then try to, dab it on, like, kind of flick
Yeah.
it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that didn't seem to work too well. So.
Yeah. One easy way to do that is to use your fingers.
With the terpenoid, it's
So you
like,
stick your fingers into the terpenoid and then you throw it at your work. And what happens with that, you get different circles, right? As opposed to a spray bottle, you get all the sort of consistent circles. So if you wanted something different, straight from your hand actually works really well.
But does it have to be fairly, like not too thick, I guess, the actual powder for you to get an effect from
Yeah,
it?
yeah, not too thick, but then you can layer up on it. So you can do it once and then you can do it twice. Just let that dry, do it again, let it dry, do it again, let it dry. So it takes maybe more than one attempt. If you were to pour it right on, it looks like these are poured. Did you pour that?
Yeah, I poured that. yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I put it on there and then I moved the page around.
And then you move the page because you can actually, yeah, pick the page up and you could tilt it. You could do all kinds of things and it creates this nice organic look.
Mhm.
But very, very nice. So, Colton. Hello, Colton.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so you will be critiquing Michael's piece. So this is Michael's geometrical abstract, or no, his abstract expressions. Yeah, yeah. The
I think
expressionism
it's supposed to
piece.
go, it's supposed to go horizontally.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, hold on one second.
No.
Nope, the other way.
That-
There you go. There you go.
So, Michael, do you want to talk a little bit first on where you're going with this? Was it fun?
Yes.
Headache?
Yeah.
Really? That's not so good.
What?
Okay, Colton.
Okay, so what was your process? What was your process when you first started? Did you gray it in first, or how did you go about it from the beginning?
Well,
He drew a bunch of shapes.
Yep.
And did the details and then did the background.
Yep.
There's a lot of details that aren't showing up. It's pretty big. Yeah.
I'm going to try to blow up a little bit here. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, that shape on the right is a garlic or onion.
Onions.
Onion,
Onion, okay.
And movement.
a feather.
Is that Corona over there to the left? No, I'm just playing.
Is it what?
It looks like broccoli to me.
Corona.
Coronavirus? Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
So he used items to. Did you use items
Nope.
to get you the reference to?
No,
This has come straight out from your imagination.
it just poured out of him.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
What kind of music were you listening to, Michael?
I don't know.
I kind of like it the way I seen it when you first brought it up, David.
Yeah, that was kind of nice too. That's how I saw it.
Hmm.
Do you mind if we?
Yeah,
Flip it. Sure.
Sure.
right there. It kind of looks like an aerial view that you're looking down, and like there's an island and that's the ocean, and like kind of like a satellite view.
David,
Yes.
I have to leave at 3.
Oh, you have to leave at 3.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do you next, okay?
And it looks more balanced this way.
Yeah, it
For some
does.
reason.
I agree.
Oi.
Mhm.
But I like I like the way Michael would like your different tones and your eye goes all over. You don't
Yeah.
get stuck in one spot. You just constantly you spot new things as you look at it.
Yes. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Really great job. I love it. But should we look back at how it should be? Would that make you feel better, Michael, or do you mind?
No, No,
Because, you know, I don't want to ruin your intent and have,
no, no.
have us say, oh, we're going to do it our way because, you know,
No.
it's your piece. So you tell me.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm a good slave. I love all of this.
Yeah.
And to think what's going through your mind and why you chose to do this is what makes this piece so unique. And the way that you drew it as well.
Yeah, I like it better the other way now too.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Wow, much better.
Yeah.
Because when you turn it the other way, you got a whole totally different feel to it.
Yeah.
And you
Exactly.
and that little the space in the bottom corner right,
Mhm.
you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I know. But it looks
That was-
finished to me. You know, people could say, oh, this looks unfinished. It
No,
doesn't.
that looks finished.
Yeah. And I don't see any afterthoughts in this, Michael. I see everything is intended as it should be.
yes.
Show off.
I mean, now that you know that afterthought thing, you'll think about that when you look at other people's artwork in galleries or whatever. So it's important to pick
Yes.
up on.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing about it, Michael. I would just, if I was to change it, I would have it at this view.
It's missing something.
It's missing what, Christopher?
Missing something.
You think it's missing something?
It's missing his signature.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
and make sure, Michael, that you sign it right here.
Oh,
Okay.
You can sign it.
That's a really nice piece. Though.
It really has that sort of Salvador Dali feel, doesn't it?
That's what I said. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, totally.
Definitely. Is this a flower, a rose or something? It looks like.
yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is. Didn't even notice that.
You did some dotting, huh, Michael?
You
Yes.
did. Stuck it in. Oh, yeah.
See the flower?
Yeah.
It really looks nice.
Hey man, I could put on Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon instead.
Totally. Right?
A lot of details, Michael.
Thank you.
Wow.
Really well done.
Mhm.
Excellent. Bravo. Now, let's take a look at one of my favorite pieces.
Oh.
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow is right. When I saw this, I'm a what?
Intense.
Well, Michael,
I know.
my question is, how did you do that one?
I don't know.
It just
I mean,
poured out of him.
Yeah.
Did you draw the lines first?
Yes.
How did you get like, is that powder to get it to blend like that? It's like the perfect blend.
I know.
It has that effect. It has a real powerful effect.
If I don't mention it myself.
Because if you stare at it, it's like jumps in your head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, my critique on this one is just wow.
On the way. You change anything, Colton?
I wouldn't change a thing.
No way. Yeah.
And you can look at that at any angle. Horizontally.
Yeah.
Could you turn it, David, once?
Of course.
Mhm.
That's
Oh, I
nice.
kind of like it spinning.
I do too. I like the original. I like just
Yeah,
like
the
that.
original. Yeah, the original. Yeah. Great job.
Thank you.
Excellent job. And you didn't pre-plan, you just went into it, right?
Oh, yep.
I wonder if this, Royce, has anything to do with his puzzle skills.
Could be.
Because it's
Wow.
like a puzzle to me. I mean, I can go around, or either that or like an English garden when you have to go, you know,
Yeah.
what they call those. But wow is right.
So is there a way into that center point, Michael?
Nope. No.
I don't think so.
Dun, dun.
So right when I saw this, Royce, didn't I tell you, very sophisticated.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I mean, this is quite advanced.
What size paper is that, Michael?
The big one.
Big
The
good.
one?
The white.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What did you use, Michael? Is that a pencil?
Nope.
The vine charcoal.
Circle. Yeah.
The vine charcoal.
Yep.
So did you go in first? Because I notice around the lines here, they're a little bit darker. Did you do that first and then go in later with the vine charcoal on top?
No.
I think it was all fine charcoal.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching. I was just blown away when I saw it.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's kind of what it looks like.
Did you spray it yet?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I think it's perfect. I wouldn't do anything to it.
Nope.
It has a lot of movement, even though one could say, oh, it's stagnant. I don't see it as that. I see just there's movement, there's grace. And it's a very smart piece. Really, really, really
If
clever.
you stare at it too long, you might get dizzy.
Might. But the beauty is you can frame this, put it on the wall, and be able to stare at it for a very long time and see different things in it each time.
Yeah.
Maybe starting to make shapes out of it, you know?
So did you guys notice that there's a lot of M's?
Yes, yes, I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
like
notice.
yeah, okay. M's, okay.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until quite a while.
So Michael, you should name this piece Eminem.
Or M squared.
M squared.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. They're perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have to, well, maybe I don't. I was gonna say I have one comment, but you probably don't want to hear it.
Uh-oh. Now we have to hear it.
I would love to see this extended a little bit, just so we have, you see all of this on nicely, it lines up on the paper. Over here, not so much. But it does line up here, which is fine. Just a consideration.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about? But don't change it on my behalf.
I wouldn't change
Yeah,
it.
yeah, because you may ruin it at this point. You know?
I know.
I've done that before many, many times. I'm like, oh, it's perfect, except for this one thing, and let me change it. And then 3 hours later, I'm still working on it. So don't, yeah. And actually, some people may, you know, say, hey, I like this space.
Because if he does that, then he'd have to work it all so it's there all
I
going
know,
off the
yeah,
page.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So forget I said anything,
Okay, never mind.
but think about placement on paper, okay? I've seen this with you before, but this works. So let's not talk anything but positive things about this. It's beautiful. Royce, I would definitely hang this or show it.
Show it, definitely.
Show it.
I have no more wall space.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show it.
Put it on the ceiling.
Yeah.
You have to rotate.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely show it. So you're building quite the portfolio, which is great. Keep it going and do more of these. If you enjoyed it, do more of them. It looks like you really enjoyed it, so that's important to me.
It took him, it was really fast.
What's that?
It was very fast too.
Yeah, yeah.
How long did that take you, Michael?
2
Yeah,
hours?
2 hours.
Beautifully done. Okay, Christopher, you there?
Yes.
Okay, I know that you have to leave, so we're gonna go with you. And then we're gonna go with Colton after that. Hold on.
Sure.
So this is your gestural abstract. And Tomase, or no, Larry. Let's have Larry run the critique on this. You're muted. Larry, you're muted. Can you hear me, Larry?
Muted.
You're muted.
You're,
We
you're
can't hear
muted,
you.
Larry. Put on your glasses so you can unmute yourself.
There you are. Hey.
Hey,
Can you hear me now?
Okay,
yeah,
yes,
we can see you too.
now. So here we have Christopher's gestural abstract. Christopher, do you want to talk about it first?
You know, I want to ask you guys first. What do you guys think? What do you guys get out of it?
Okay, so we'll go with you, Larry. Your initial thoughts on this?
Chris, why do you have the big 8 on the white space?
It's not an 8. It's an infinity sign.
Oh, it's infinity.
It's actually supposed to be sideways, David.
Okay.
Flip it once sideways.
See, I was looking at it as an 8. I didn't even think about the infinity sign.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about this is going to the ends of the earth, ends of the universe or something?
Oh, because David, I need you to flip it once.
Oh, okay.
That way?
There you go.
Okay.
You see, it says infinity, and then it has a blank space.
Okay.
So that's basically saying to me, you can fit a million things in there. Infinity love, infinity art, infinity soccer, infinity life. Take your pick.
Yeah, it's a great concept, Christopher. Yeah. Larry, how do you feel about all of this, which looks like it's under the powder?
Under the powder? That adds a lot of movement to the picture.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
I think it adds a lot of movement to the picture.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
Actually, I sent you the second one I did after that because I messed up earlier.
Oh, okay.
I signed it, but I signed it messed up.
Okay, this is the only one I have here. I have your other one, and I'll be bringing that up next. But this is the only one I have, only version of this piece I have.
I sent you the other one.
Yeah, but when I don't know, they look the same to me, so I just chose. I mean, I can bring it up, but it's going to take some time away. I'll bring it up at the end if I can.
Okay, because that one has my signature.
Oh, it has your signature. Okay.
Right.
So I think it does have a lot of movement here, which I see that. if we start from here and bring it over here, it almost looks like a wave of some sort.
Like a big tidal wave, yeah.
Uh-huh. Right? Very well done. Christopher.
Oh, Chris,
Yes.
Chris, why you leave all that space in the middle? Where's that white space in the middle?
I don't know. I didn't think of anything because I think infinity speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is the space, is there white space infinity space?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Infinite space.
Yeah. I see that.
So David, when you had it, when you displayed it the first way,
Uh-huh.
it kind of looked like a mystery woman, like, you know, the hair, the powder area is the hair, and then in the middle, with a infinity mark it the other way. Yeah, where the infinity mark is, it's like it's a mystery. You put a face in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do like the subtle gradation here, Christopher. Keep that up.
Yes.
But also you have a lot of middle tones here. I think if somehow we can introduce some even darker compressed charcoal onto this, see how dark that is?
Yes.
Try to hit areas in here somewhere that darken up a little bit, because that's just going to give you more volume to the face. But I do even darker here and leave this as it is. I don't mind the fingerprints, it sort of all adds to it. Normally I would say, oh, clean that up, but actually it works. And I love this underneath, this section. So you might want to consider that. Looks like he went in with vine charcoal and maybe did powder on top of that. That's a really good technique.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you for the feedback.
But great job and thank you. Keep going.
For sure.
Remember darks and lights and darks and lights. Let's go to your other piece here.
Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's nice. So simple is not always like the worst thing. Sometimes simple is stronger. Less is more, right? In this piece, I think less is more. You've done a lot here.
Okay.
How'd you get that texture, Christopher? That's amazing. It's like a sponge.
Sorry?
What did you use?
Either
That's amazing, Christopher.
the blocks, the charcoal blocks.
The compressed charcoal, right?
Very cool.
The side of it, right?
Yes.
Oh, you did? That's nice.
By the way, it is beautiful. And by the way, with that compressed charcoal, you can break that up and you can have all kinds of different sizes to create different shapes.
Yes.
It looks like it does. I don't see no afterthought in there, like you say, David. There's not an afterthought in there.
No.
And you can see faces in there too.
You could see all kinds of things. I could see a face right up here. Eyes,
Yep, right
eyes,
there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Face down
And
there.
the movement is nice.
I like
That's how
that
you do it,
area.
Chris.
I like that area in the middle that's blank. It makes you think about
Here?
what that's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would leave that.
It
I
looks
wouldn't
like a
change
happy
anything about
face in
that.
the middle. It looks like a happy face in the middle.
Uh-huh. It does. Yeah, I love the subtlety here, the lighters and the darkers together, side by side. Very, very well done.
Yes.
It appears to be very, very clean, and it appears to be very direct and confident.
Yeah.
A very finished piece. Definitely no afterthoughts. No, it's very.
Yeah, I doubt I would do anything to this, Christopher, to make it better. Maybe add a little bit of dark, but have you sprayed this yet?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Don't forget to sign it. And I would definitely frame this and give it away or sell it or hang it.
I messed up.
It's an abstract. It's very structured.
Yeah.
So very
Well,
a
that's
little
a
bit
lot of good
contrary.
things. You know, it could be like a cityscape, who knows? It could be a lot of things.
Oh, I messed up because when I send it too big, and I tried rubbing it
Oh, yeah.
to erase it, and I messed up the whole thing.
What did you do?
He signed it too big. But you know, you can use just a regular pencil to sign. It doesn't need to be a charcoal pencil. It could be a number 2 pencil if you like.
Okay.
Anton, what do you think?
It's cool. I like this is the geometrical one, right?
Correct.
Yes.
It's cool. I think you could have it as a landscape or you know,
Okay.
upright piece.
Yes.
Mhm. Bravo, Christopher. Well done. Thank you. We want to
You're
see
great
more of this. I think you're really good at abstract. A lot of people, you know,
Yeah,
it's
Okay,
difficult.
2035.
This looks very natural. So, okay, so we're gonna move on. I know that you're going to have to leave in 4 minutes, Christopher, so.
So I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, you will. Great job this week. And
Mhm.
have a nice weekend.
And what can you explain the assignment for next week?
Yeah, I'll have this recorded.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bless you.
Hi, bro.
Bless you
Bye,
all.
Christopher. Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Yeah. Bless you all.
Okay,
See you soon.
all right, Rigo.
Rigo.
Wow.
It's cool, man.
Okay, Omoze, we're gonna start the critique with you. So this is Rigo's, Maria, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so this is his gestural abstract, right?
Mhm. Yes, Rigo.
Okay,
I like this piece. It reminds me of a dirt road, like I'm about to travel through like the Midwest or so. I
uh-huh,
like I can see like a good color contrast. It's really nice. It's really beautiful, Rico. Great job.
really well done, Rigo.
So did you use well which one of the charcoals did you use, Rico?
Well, she used the compressed charcoal
For the
And the-
darker areas, uh-huh.
and powder. Also, the eraser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good technique. I like it. It's very beautiful display. It reminds me of a dirt road.
Is it the camera or how do you get those colors in there?
That the powder is not really a true black. It's more like this color, this tone right here. And it's on, it looks like it's on tone paper, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's that on the outside, the top and bottom? That's just the surface is on or what?
That's compressed.
That's compressed. Yeah.
Those colors, I see colors. Is it
Yeah.
just my?
It's the black, the dark black of the compressed, then the powder, and then the eraser.
Right.
Yeah, but it looks like a green and like a.
No, there's no green.
That's what I see on my screen. I see some colors.
Maybe
And
it's
also, he used water for
the black?
powder. For the powder, yeah, he used water,
Uh-huh.
a little bit of water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Maybe it's just my screen because I see some green. I see green in my screen.
Hey, David, when you use water on the black to darken it like that, should you use a paintbrush?
Yes. I do.
I'm the only one seeing color.
No, I think you are actually. I don't see color. I see values.
Maybe clean off
it
your
looks like-
glasses.
I was
Colton.
gonna
this
say, you
powder-
probably got colored glasses on.
All right. So this powder, there you go. This powder will never be obviously as black as the compressed. And that's the beauty of it, that they are different. But very, very well done. Again, a very sophisticated piece, Rigo.
Oh,
Yeah, you should be very, very proud.
yeah.
Kind of reminds me of a Rothko.
Mm.
Does.
You might want to write that down. Rothko, very famous artist in Texas, dead now, but Rothko.
Okay.
If he likes doing this kind of thing, I suggest doing more. Because again, somebody could live with this and like it for a very long time. Almost is there anything that you would change on this piece?
No, I like it just like this. I wouldn't change anything. Maybe if I had to, maybe erase it a little bit more in the middle for me to make it look more like a road.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be a road.
I'm just saying that's how I see it. Every person looking at it is going to see something different, but that's how I see it. I don't know what you were going for, Rigo, but I like it just like this. You don't have to change anything.
I see like a sky. I don't really see a road.
I see kind of like a wheat field.
I see an ocean with a wave.
Yeah, I can see water in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all see different things, you
And that's
know.
the beauty of abstract artwork.
Exactly.
Yes.
Why would you?
I see a reel of film.
White in there though.
I'm saying he doesn't have to change anything. It's beautiful the way it is.
Mhm.
Says you
Very
would put
well
white in
done. We're
there.
going to move on to his geometrical abstract.
Whoa.
Nice work, Rigo.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Let's make. You got the donuts. Where's the coffee?
Omose, questions? I think you're frozen. You are.
This is one.
Okay. This is his geometrical abstract.
Okay. Can you see me?
I could see you, but you're frozen. I could hear you.
There you go.
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
You disappeared.
She'll be right back.
And we'll be right back.
After 3 seconds, she'll be right back.
David, I'm about to leave pretty soon.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do yours. Rigo, we're going to come back to you on this one because if you could stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with Colton. All right, so Colton, this is your geometrical, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. First of all, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. So tell us about your process.
Well, I drew the lines in first.
Uh-huh.
And then I took the powder and I put it in in the top, and then I put the top on there and I kind of moved the paper around, and then I turned it up and poured the charcoal back into the top so I get that streak going down. Did that a couple times, and I sprinkled some of the powder on there, and I went to just kind of erasing and coloring in the dark areas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very well done.
Yeah.
I do see some things in here, but just in terms of you utilizing the value scale, I think it really helps. Did you go in with white paint on top of here?
No, I just erased. That's the eraser.
Oh, just the eraser. Wow. Okay. Anton, do you see anything in this?
I just like think it looks cool. I like the different shapes and how it's not like just a conventional piece, meaning like it's not just a bunch of squares or rectangles or triangles and stuff. It's almost looks like I almost feel like I'm looking through a window or something, like one of those mosaic windows.
Right.
And like even the bottom, it almost looks like a silhouette of a person or something.
Here.
That's cool. I like it. I think it's neat.
To me, it looks like there's some type of a fountain here.
Yeah, it is. It kind of looks like a fountain or.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really like your blacks here. I don't know how you got there.
Just
but it
the
worked.
compressed charcoal, and I just rub it in my finger.
Rub it in with your finger. Yeah, your finger is your friend.
My finger is my friend.
There you go. Royce, thoughts?
Oh, God.
I absolutely love it. It's fascinating to me. I'm trying to see things in it, but I don't want to because I just want it to be abstract. But I do. I saw that fountain as well, and I kept thinking, what if it went like over that diagonal line? I don't know. That would be the only change I would make. I love it.
I see your point. And then you get some layering happening.
Yeah.
I think might be nice. So are you enjoying this charcoal, Colton?
Yeah, but I rather, as far as doing abstracts, I rather do it in painting.
In painting?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, as much as I think that you could do with charcoal, I think there are limitations. But by the way, charcoal is a really great medium to get ideas out for paintings, right? So you could take this whole thing here and transform that into a painting if you wanted. But I do like, especially your background technique here. It's not very consistent. Did you use the Turpenoid on this?
Yeah. No, I use the when I took the powder and I like sprinkled on there, I kind of like moved the paper around so it can kind of slide down and
Yeah, yeah. All of that makes for a lot of interest.
Yeah.
So I would keep doing that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I like your different patterns here too. Even though it's geometrical, it's moving. So bravo to that. All right, let's go on to now this is your gestural.
Look.
Wow, okay.
Okay, this piece right here, David, you can view it at any angle, any direction.
Okay.
I mean, at all four directions.
What do you prefer?
I didn't really know which one to choose.
Okay. Well, let's all take a look and get a vote on this, if that's okay with you. I like that, actually. I see people. I don't want to see things, but I do see things.
No, fíjate. No, fíjate ahí. Concéntrate en lo que estás haciendo.
So what is the color that you added?
That's pastel.
Pastel. Okay, so you have pastels at home. Okay.
So I didn't know which way to
I actually like that way, but
I like it like that too.
Yeah. Okay. So with your color choices, did you think this out, or was it just sort of as you went along?
This is as I was going along. Because I actually took the color, the pastel, and I sharpened it and just let the the dust fall onto the paper, and then I just smeared it in there. Then I went back over and start coloring it in.
Well, it's definitely interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around what I'm looking at. I know it's an abstract, but it does have representational feel to it. I think just looking at your grays here, maybe it's the photo.
Yeah,
But
that's the glare from the window.
That's a glare from the window. Okay, because what's happening is I think all of these colors combined are kind of flattening out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it doesn't look like that in person.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more lights and darks. And if you had that, I think it probably would add more interest, but I have a feeling it's the photograph I'm looking at.
Yeah, all that glare you see, that's from the window.
Yeah.
I did use, as a matter of fact, I did use water.
You did?
Yeah.
Good.
Colton, how are you able to keep that white so pristine, like so clear?
I just erased the white out, because when you put the powder down there, it's easy to erase. You can get the straight clear white back.
And that's what we're going to be talking about next. So that's why I'm going to be sending you a video, because we're going to move on with these critiques, because I want to show you what's happening next. And it has everything to do with what you just mentioned. So great job. I'm just concerned that the colors seem to flatten out again, and I think it's probably the photograph. They all seem to be, even though they're different colors, they're all within the same value, with the exception of the black. But everything else seems to be same value. If you were to take this, photograph it, and then turn it into a black and white, what would happen is this value would be the same as this, as the same as that. I almost guarantee you. So, but again, it might be the photograph. I'm not sure, because this is really hard to tell what's happening there.
Yeah, because the light was right behind it.
Yeah. Oh, I actually prefer this one.
And then you can see up here on the top right, another one that you just, that's also the glare of the
oh yeah,
the window, because it's really, that black is really black.
Hey, when you photograph this, do you photograph it outside?
No, I didn't.
Okay, try to do that under indirect light. That you always get your best photos outside. So try that. But if you're doing it at night, I get it, you know.
In our assignment last week, David, I did darken it.
Oh, you did?
And brought the stairs in and everything.
Oh, cool. Good. Okay, Colton, we're gonna move on. Have a good time, and I hope to see you over there.
Okay, thank you. Everybody have a good weekend.
All right. Bye.
See you next week. David, could you send me this video?
Yeah, I will. It's not going to be private. I'm going to make it public.
Okay.
Private doesn't seem to work. So if you don't mind it public out there, it's easy to do. So yeah, you'll definitely get it, because I really want you to pay attention to what's going to happen in the next hour, because we're doing something different.
Okay.
So Don, are you still around? Don? Excuse me, Don?
He's not on.
Don's gone.
But let's just take a look at his pieces really quick, because I think they're amazing. And they're very Don. Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Really, really, really nice. I think I knew he would love this medium, and that's why I was so excited when he got into the class. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a medium for you. That's just wild good. I would love to ask him questions. So if he's here next week, I'm going to bring the same thing up, because I'd love to talk to the artist about this. Okay, Omoze, let's go with you.
You passed it.
No.
That's not you. Oh. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. Wow.
That's
That is amazing.
Oh, it is?
Wow.
You don't see it as amazing?
I do. I didn't have enough time, but like what you were saying earlier about not looking at other people's abstract, just kind of go for it. So that's what I did. I did this one last because I knew I was just gonna just go right in and just do something. And I used the powder first. I applied the powder with a makeup eyebrow pen makeup brush, you know, for your eyebrows, the one that looks like combs on each side. And then that's how I applied the charcoal powder. And then I went in with the Vine charcoal to do the squiggles. And then the bigger squiggles are with the compressed charcoal. And then when I did all that, then I erased it out with the eraser.
It's just beautiful. It's amazing. It reminds me, and I want to, sway you, of a Jackson Pollock painting. Has a lot of expression there, a lot of movement. I really, really like the compressed charcoal, the darker lines, and I'm wondering how you got them. Did you use water on them to get them to bleed a little bit?
No, not at all.
Did you use your fingers? How did you get this?
No, I just drew it in hard like that, and I think I used the same eyebrow brush to kind of just brush over it a little bit.
Gotcha.
And, yeah.
Gotcha. Anton, your thoughts?
I like it because there's so much movement in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like how it's got a lot of dimension to it because
sorry.
Those lines in the front are super dark, and then there's the white, and then there's also lines in the back that are kind of like a mid-tone.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it look like it has a lot of dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look flat.
Not at all.
No.
It looks really, really confident, Omose, and very sophisticated.
Thank you. I appreciate that because even though I did it quickly, I thought even if I had a lot of time to do it, it wouldn't have come out better than this.
Nope, not at all.
So I'm glad that, because I always said all along that I would do this last because I just wanted to just go in. I didn't want to think about it. I just want to just let my hand lead me and just do it.
Yeah, it is amazing. Royce, thoughts?
I could stare at this forever. I just love it. I love the fact that the squiggly lines are just not symmetrical enough so that they're boring. They're exciting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I keep going right to the center where all the white kind of comes together, and it's just great.
All of that. Yeah. This piece I'd really love to see in person.
Yeah, definitely frame it.
Okay, yeah. I just need, say it again.
Was that the white pencil or the?
Yeah, white eraser, a white eraser.
Mm-hmm. Get those sharp lines. Lots of activity here. And these, it's like, oh my gosh. It's like a song. It's like music. Beautifully, beautifully done. Hey, Larry, could you do me a favor? Could you send me your image again? You're muted. You're muted. Could you please send me your image again, Larry?
And I'm not used to doing abstracts, but like I just said, I just wanted to go in and just try something different.
And you know what? You only get better when you try.
Yeah.
So I would keep this in mind. You can use this in a lot of your painting techniques, background, anything else. I think you're really onto something here. And it looks just so confident, like you know exactly what you're doing. Larry, could you please?
Thank you.
Sure. Which one do you want, David?
Could you please send me your image again? For some reason, I don't have it here.
Both of them or just one of them?
No, the charcoal. You did a charcoal for this week, right?
Right, I did that, the base, and I did my headache. Which one do you want?
The one that's due for this project. I'm not sure which one that is.
Oh,
The abstract.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second.
I can't say enough good things about this.
Yeah, it's beautiful, I'm gonna say.
Just
Thank
keep going.
you.
Keep
Thank
going,
you.
Keep going. Keep going. All right.
David, I just sent you my finished.
Okay.
Well, I'm finished.
Okay. You're finished. Okay. Let's take a look at your geometrical abstract.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
Again, another very interesting piece. Do you want to talk about this a little bit? Your strategy?
Okay, I had one idea, but I didn't think, I thought my first idea would have been too planned.
Mm-hmm.
So I started, I just started with stripes. I couldn't think of what shape I really wanted to focus on, but then I started drawing in the circles. Then the circles look more oval.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of put like a pattern in there. So I guess this is an abstract pattern.
Mhm.
I don't know. So yeah, so I said, well, let me just keep it simple and see how it comes out. So this took longer for me to do.
Uh-huh.
So this one took about 3 hours.
Wow. Okay. I do like it, but I prefer that.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Geometrical abstract is not so simple. So
right.
That's nice.
do these oval things represent anything, or is it just part of your motif?
It's just part of it. It doesn't represent anything. Just whatever you guys see, that's what it is.
Okay. Again, with abstract, you have to be careful not to turn it into, you know, something that doesn't make a lot of sense. It has to make sense to you,
Right,
and
right,
try to stay away from the decorative. Okay.
Mm,
That
right.
that
Mhm.
piece does not yell decorative to me. This one does. So that's my only
Okay.
critique on that.
Right, right.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can probably do more to it. I just would have to think on it more and then make it more purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe darken the lines up here. All of your lines are the same, right?
Right,
Maybe a little variation on that might help. But
right.
great job. I'm gonna have to move along because I have something right after this. And
Okay.
Ruby, I'm gonna go with you. Only your abstract piece. I don't have time to show your others here.
Oh.
Soft and beautiful, Ruby.
thank you.
That's gorgeous, right?
That's nice.
Anton, any recommendations on how maybe this might work better?
Well, I think the left with the lines and stuff, it just kind of reminds me of a notebook or a book,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
which is great if that's what you're going for. But I think for an abstract, it makes it look like it's something, you know, specific.
Well, those are like really little, like arches. It's not straight, just the way I took the picture, it kind of cut it off.
Uh-huh.
So it's not straight lines.
Yeah.
Just in the photograph, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, because I cut off the photo.
Oh, I see. Okay. So with attacking this, Ruby, did you have a plan ahead of time, or did you just sort of go for it?
I just went for it, and that was with charcoal powder
Uh-huh.
only.
Only charcoal powder. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not my abstract. That's my charcoal powder.
Oh, okay. So The abstract you sent to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. So we're not going to take a look at past work right now because we're running out of time. So
Okay.
I only want to pull up what's due today, because then we'll move on. We will take a look at your work later. At the end, by the way, everyone, on the final week, I will be showing all of your works. Okay? So that will give us time. And it won't so much be a critique because we've already critiqued, but I do want everyone to see the progress that everyone has had. All right, so we have very quickly Carmini's piece. I will show this to you, but I will bring her up next week. And actually, it's not a very good photo, so disregard that. And okay, Larry, what is this I'm looking at? Oh, your abstract. Okay, hold on. Okay, so. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I'll be right back. Bear with me here. We're getting there. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Michael, I really like your artwork you did.
Thank you.
Your Marco Morales M's.
Yes, I know. Our birth word. Yeah. Thank you.
And I like the other one that it was going this way, that way.
Yeah.
I really like that one too.
Wow. Okay. So, Larry.
Whoa.
Yes.
Let's
I sent you my geo up back. I found the other one.
I'm sorry. What is that?
I sent you my geometric abstract. That's the geometric abstract. I'm trying to find the other one.
Okay. So let's talk about this. What was your plan here? Plan of attack?
I was in the doctor's office and I was thumbing through the magazine, and this is actually a Picasso base that he created. And you know, everyone always paints flowers when they're at their peak and beautiful. I sort of made this flowers at the end. They're all dying, and the leaves are falling and piling up there in the corner.
Okay. So this is looks like it's on newsprint.
Yes.
Okay. So let's take this original idea and let's transfer that to the white piece of paper. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then I
All
have, and then I have some recommendations to make this probably a little more successful. Do you see these patterns here that you've got going on?
Uh-huh.
Right. I would do the entire background that way.
Do the entire background?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in other words, it would be sort of a mosaic of all of this. And I think that you could really do a great job with that, leaving a lot of white areas in here. Okay. So we don't want it to look representational, but I do want to see you working off of that. Okay. And make sure that all your lines are not as consistent as the others. It doesn't have to be. Just because it's geometrical abstract does not mean that all the lines have to be the same thinness or thickness, or that they have to be necessarily straight or, you know, paper edge, you know, clean. Just the idea that you're creating somewhat of an geometrical abstract form. But I would love to see that in your entire background. Try that.
Oh, I never thought of that, but I'll try it. Sounds very interesting aspect.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting exercise for you. It might take you a little bit, but I think it would really, really bring this thing to life here. There's too much dead space.
Oh,
yeah. Too much.
Yeah, I was gonna. The first time I did it, I just drew charcoal powder all in the back, but that made it look very dreary. I didn't think.
Mm-hmm. Mhm, mhm. You may not.
But
want-
I like your idea better.
Right, you may not want to use any powder on this, but try something like that. Try to create a mosaic, or even disregard this. Create a mosaic out of all of these shapes. That would be very, very successful. You see what I mean?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I will try it because it sounds like a very interesting project.
It would be. In other words, and actually these can break up too, if you'd like. They could be either side by side or they can kind of break up. But I would try something like that. Yeah, yeah. I don't recommend copying somebody else's artwork, especially on these. I really want it to come straight from your brain, if possible. So, but keep going with it. I want to see more from you. I know you got it in you. Hello, Christopher or Larry? I think you're frozen. You are frozen. Okay. All right. And then Ruby, you just sent me your last. Is that right?
You did.
Ruby? Okay. Stop sharing. Just got here.
Yes. Well,
All right. Ruby, are you there? Hello, Ruby. All right. So she's not here apparently, or she can't hear me. She's not on video, or she can't. She's not on. She's not on. Okay. So Ruby, if you can hear me, we're going to come back to you, okay? Because I want to explain what's happening for next class. We're running
Hey
out of time.
David, you said you'd go back to Rigo's piece, the one.
Okay. Oh, Rigo's piece. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah. The second piece.
Por abrir el micrófono.
Rigo. Okay, so this is second piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just want to say, Maria, this is beautifully done. His concentration level is just getting better and better and better. And his cleanliness, his lines, everything really, really sings. It reminds me of an artist, but I can't think of the name of the artist right now, but I'll check it out for next week. And why the circles? Do you have any idea?
No, really, I don't.
Yeah. Rigo, do you prefer circles or squares?
What do you prefer? Circles? Circles.
Circles.
Circles, right?
Yeah, it's beautifully done. Very, very cheerful and happy.
Yeah, I like it, Rigo. I'm on. I couldn't connect the camera, but I could hear everything you were saying. Sorry, I couldn't respond.
Oh, not a problem.
It looks like planets, or it could be like even a switchboard or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Uh-huh.
Planets. I see planets.
Yeah, yeah. I do like it a lot. I don't know about the difference here, the same values. I'm not sure if this value should be different than this. It might make for interest.
Yeah.
And same here. If it's not sprayed, you can always lighten this up with an eraser. And if you don't like it, then you can go back and do the same thing that you've just done.
I already sprayed.
You've already, okay, then I wouldn't really worry. Or you can even darken this up a little bit, just so that there is a little bit of value variation between the background and what, This appears to be a background, it may not, but it just might help these to float a little better. Very, very well done, Rigo. So proud of you.
Yes.
I remember my first class with you, so you've made much improvement. Okay, Ruby, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to share the last piece here. And that will be
Yeah.
yours.
Okay.
Wowzy. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way you said that.
I do.
Whoa.
Okay, so Ruby, do you want to explain your process and your mindset?
My mindset, I like abstract because my mind just takes me wherever. I had to do shapes. So I just seen wherever the shapes took me.
Mhm.
And that's basically what it is.
Mhm. I do see a landscape. Do you see a landscape, or is that your intention?
No, I'm telling you, just threw it on the paper, but I see the mountains.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And I see a sun, which could be raised. I don't want to look into it, but I do see particular things. I want to talk about your techniques here. I love the fact that you combine techniques. So
Yeah.
you have this big paint or this big brush. Was that done by brush?
Yes, water and charcoal.
Uh-huh. And how you left
I love that effect.
I do too. And you left it. And that was a good artistic decision because you could have ruined it. You could have gone back and said, you know what, I'm going to even add more. But again, less is sometimes more. And in this case, it really is. Love all of this. I would just love to see a charcoal just all like this, a piece.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then this is different, of course, than this. And I do like that contrast. So not only are you contrasting shapes, but you're also contrasting different charcoal techniques. So
Yeah, and on the corner, on the right corner, I felt like I should put some rectangular shape in there. So that's what I'm doing next.
Okay. And I love the
'Cause it just
overlapping
seemed
here.
empty.
Yeah, I love the overlapping here. If you might want to do what Anton did with his, and it sort of changed the value.
Uh-huh.
Right, so it stands out a bit. But you
Yeah.
know what? You are quite the abstract artist.
Really?
Yeah, you don't think so?
No.
Yeah.
But you'll get there.
I just feel like I'm putting things on there and trying to make it look abstract. What's in my head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's abstract.
That's abstract for you.
That's
If anyone
my
ever calls
head.
you, if anyone ever calls you an abstract, that's a good thing.
Oh, is it? Okay. I guess that's what they call me in my life, an
Yeah,
abstract.
yeah. Keep going at this, and very, very well done. Okay, I just want to see more and more and more.
Oh, thank you, David. I really thought it was going to be like, uh-oh, not a good critique.
No,
Where are you going with this?
no. I love all of these apps. Everyone's abstracts.
Yeah,
They were
everything's
really great.
amazing.
I know. Must be a really good instructor. That's all I can tell you.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember when you always said, you thank my teacher. He's the one that's doing it all.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing and then we're gonna get on to what's next for next week. Really quick.
You know you love it, Royce.
You guys don't have to live with it.
Your face says it all, Royce.
What the fuck?
I wake up humming that song.
Is that a good thing?
No.
I could see how it's not.
Let's talk about the reductive drawing technique. But first, let's do some prep work. We use Bristol paper for reductive drawing.
Love those trees behind you, Ruby.
All right.
Yeah.
This is my security, my peaceful grounding section.
Yeah.
Let's grab a piece of burnt charcoal and cover the
Okay. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
I'm going to go full screen.
Yes.
We're doing a reductive piece, which means we'll be covering our paper first.
Then we use paper towel, smooth it out till there's no strong marks. We're gonna repeat it for 3 to 4 times till we get a medium gray tone. But remember, don't push too hard because you don't want to burnish your paper. We know using charcoal to draw on white paper is additive drawing. On the other
Okay, let me interject. You can use vine charcoal or the powder to get the idea is to completely gray out your paper first.
hand, using eraser to take away drawings is a kind of negative tool for drawing. Actually, reductive drawing is a technique where a surface is covered with charcoal and the areas are erased to bring out the values and contrast. Now think back last session, we drew 7 different gradations. So this toned paper is medium gray. Every image is composed of values, regardless of color. So to help you with this, we work from the middle. As you observe the object and identify the value, always compare to the halftone background and determine if it's darker or lighter than your background color. The darkest value will be represented by the black on paper. The lightest will be represented by the white of the erased paper. Everything else is in between. All values are relative to each other. Reductive drawing is a great way to learn how to see and use tones, shapes,
Vine
and
charcoal
tones
on
in
top.
artwork. If you're very experienced, you can definitely start with values. But here I'm teaching beginners. So we start with outlines with vine charcoal. There's no outlines of shapes in tonal drawing, so the outlines that we're now working on
No
will
outlines.
be eliminated eventually. There's no lines in our drawing. It's all just subtle shifts of value.
Very important, no lines.
Now observe the flower, and you can see all the edges of the flower petal are lightest value. So first we're gonna use the kneaded eraser to lift the charcoals as much as we can to create highlights.
So she's actually drawing with the eraser. So the reason she went gray right now, you can see the progression. So if you look at the value scale, this value right here is already here. She already has it. So she won't have to create that. The only thing that she'll need to do is pull out the lights and then add the darks. So by doing this gray all over your paper, you're actually saving time. So you don't have to do everything individually.
Now using any blending tools to soften the value.
Finger. She's using a finger. You can use whatever you like to blend.
Feel free to switch back to kneading eraser to achieve the value you need. And little by little, we are trying to build the lighter value of the flower just by lifting the charcoal.
Putting on, taking off, putting on, taking off, putting on, taking off. And again, please take note, there are no lines here.
Then add more charcoal to the values darker than the mid-gray background.
Back in with the vine charcoal. Getting in the darks.
The dark value.
Blending with a finger. Or a stump.
Working on a set of shapes of value. Use white charcoal for lightest light and compressed charcoal for darkest dark.
She went in with the white at the end there. Again, excuse me, on tone paper. This technique actually does save a lot of time.
Hope you're enjoying the reductive drawing. If you have any question, ask me in the comments. Thank you for watching.
You betcha. Okay. So reductive drawing, that's going to be next week's assignment. So that means the entire page will be gray first, right? You can either use the vine charcoal or the powder. We'll do that first. And in terms of topic, I'll let you guess. Okay, here we go. All right, any thoughts? What's due for next week?
I'm excited. That work looks beautiful.
So you said either the powder or the vine is one or the other, not both, right?
One or the other. And it looks like she did 3 coats of the vine, okay? It should be completely gray, and both the vine and the charcoal powder, they're easy to lift. So you'll do that first, the vine, excuse me, the vine and or the graphite. Then you'll take your vine and sketch it out what you're doing. Then you'll take your eraser and you'll start bringing up your lights, okay? And then you'll get into your darks. And then finally, you'll get in with your white pencil to highlight. And this will be on tone paper. But
reductive drawing?
Reductive drawing. And the topic du jour is spring. We're in spring. So it's whatever your definition of spring is. A lot of people think of spring right away. They think of flowers, whatever. Spring is a breeding period for possums. It could be that. Whatever your idea of spring is all about, that's what we want to see. It could be abstract, it could be representational, but I do want you to use that technique because we'll be using it again. But take a look at some of the examples of spring. I just pulled up references. You can get online and go, what does spring mean to you? What are the symbols of spring? Pear blossoms.
What
I can't hear you. Sorry. I'm getting. Are you speaking, Larry?
Yeah, what paper do you want us to use?
The toned paper, please. Toned?
Home paper, okay.
And David, you said to use Vine, or what was the other one?
Vine or the powder?
Or powder, and you would just apply that with a brush?
Uh-huh. But blend it in with tissue paper or your hand. So you want it to be a really nice, soft gray, okay? 3 coats of that, of the Vine charcoal, and probably 2 coats of the powder. And that will be your base on reductive drawing. Cantaloupes are in season in spring. So really, whatever your definition of spring is, or it could be completely abstract. What does it mean to you? Were you born in spring? Maybe it's a birth thing. Did you get married in spring? Maybe you could do, you know, birds and bees in spring. So there are lots, of course, Easter in spring. Just depends on what you want to do, but the topic is spring. Up close B. These are all just kind of ideas. There are certain birds that are popular in spring. California poppies, spring.
But you said it can be abstract, as in it doesn't have to be like a realistic image.
No,
with
but I do want you
shadows.
to use that technique. And with using that technique, Anton, you are working with your value scale. And that's so important. It doesn't matter if it's abstract or realistic. It could be impressionistic. It could be Claude Monet. His spring paintings. Look at his spring paintings. Breeding period for the raccoons. Spring. Abstract flowers of spring.
So we can use
right?
Botticelli's spring painting, one of the most famous paintings of spring. That's only the head. I'm
I
sorry.
just thought it was some chick at Coachella.
Spring, butterflies of spring.
we can use color or we can't.
No, we'll be talking about color on the final assignment.
Okay.
So there are ways to use color with charcoal and ways not to use it. So I'll explain the difference.
You really like possums.
I think they're cute. So what is a spring fruit? Who knows? Maybe you want to do a still life of fruit or vegetables. Check out what's popular in spring. Giuseppe, these are his spring portraits. Rabbit, spring. Easter bunny, right? Pear blossoms. David Hockney painting in spring, in charcoal actually, out of his car. Spring. 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 Abstract, and this is entitled Spring, by the way. No lie. Sunflower is always nice in spring. Lotus flowers. Lilies, spring. Oh, look at this technique. Applying with
Hey, that's Michael.
yeah, that's nice too. I don't know why these are so small. Spring, love it. The reflection back there. So spring pears. So I'm just really curious of what everyone's going to come up with raccoons breed in spring, what everyone comes up with for this topic. And also the technique. Keep in mind that technique. Could be a simple artichoke, which is not so simple, by the way, to draw. I've had to paint them for California Pizza Kitchen many times, and they're not easy. Pear blossom, still life. This is a reductive charcoal of a butterfly.
Hey,
It could be as loose as this. Spring, time for gardening. Easter bunny, stuffed animal. There's a guy, Asian man, who does these stuffed animals, and they're really great. So that's it. Those are just a few examples of spring, not necessarily people's work, but just ideas of spring. That's what we're working on here. I was going to show you one other video, but I think I'm going to hold off for next week because it's involved. And let's see, next week, that will be the last assignment. And it involves all the techniques that we have learned thus far. And then we're also going to be adding color. And that should be interesting. So I really hope everyone can make next week. And I'm surprised I didn't hear from Annette, which really worries me.
David, she got back to me.
Okay.
She said she was dealing with that emergency stuff she had to take care of.
Okay, so you're familiar with
she was, no, I haven't talked to her about that yet, but she just touched base on it with me.
Okay. I would love to share, but I think it's her thing to share.
Yeah. She's going to share it with me. She kind of alluded to it as she told me in the topic.
Okay.
So I'll wait for her to tell me.
Yeah, scary stuff. Okay, so any questions for next week? No?
I have a question for this week though, David. What is the other artwork I owe you? Because there was two, the
a gestural.
geometric.
Yeah, and then you do the gestural abstract.
And what was the gestural again? I'm sorry.
It's just free flowing forms.
Okay.
Nothing geometrical about it.
Okay, just whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and you saw
Okay.
this week.
Yeah. I seen the just what everybody did.
Keep in mind Omoze's little masterpiece, how gestural that was.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I really
Which I
like
think
that.
I read, David, that was inspired by Jackson Pollock's work, right? That term, gestural, where it's like very.
That's what I thought.
That's what it said on Wikipedia. So.
Yeah. Nice. She's such a master. This Omoze.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you going to the first Fridays, Omoze?
No, I'm not gonna go today. My Fridays are kind of weird. I don't know.
Mine too.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But like I said, any of you that want to do first Fridays, I could just get to you directly if I want to buy a piece.
There you go. I'm low on inventory right now, but I have a guitar to paint, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Yeah, that's what I need to work on too. I need to work on my guitar also.
I talked to Anton last night about it, and now he's so confused me that I don't even know what I'm doing.
I got my plan down. I'm ready to start.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start my guitar. So
at least you have a plan. That's much better.
Yeah.
Than I thought I had a plan until I talked to him. Now I don't have a plan.
Who else is painting a guitar in here? Anybody else?
Colton, Omoze, and that's it, I think.
And I think Cassandra has one.
Oh, Cassandra, that's right.
Yeah.
I miss her,
Yeah.
Cassandra.
I know what's going on with Cassandra. Is she okay?
Yeah, unfortunately, she signed up for the class too late, and so they only allowed X amount of people in. Long story, but yeah, she's doing great. Yeah, so always sign up as soon as possible.
Yes.
But I guess there are apparently 2 or 3 people on the waiting list, so they couldn't let her in without letting the other people in, so it becomes kind of political.
You know when the next class is going to be?
I don't, and I don't know what it is going to be. I'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. It will keep going, but I'm not sure.
Any chance
A summer
to
break.
be a live-
What's that?
Any chance to be a real class or not yet? Just having some classes at like at Rancho now, exercise classes and like that.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I
well,
went to
I
today and
think
there
in
was
ter-
a
I think in terms of the
there
classes,
was a whole classes that
I'm getting all kinds of feedback from you. But I think in terms of the class, I think they're going to keep it via Zoom.
Yay.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I'm happy.
It seems to be working out, and actually, it's a much more work for me, by the way. I don't know if I ever told you this, probably about 10 times already. But I'll make it work for me. I'll make it work for everybody. How about that?
Thank you, David.
So I'm going to say goodbye.
Thank you.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, Roy.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah, happy
David.
Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Happy
Yeah,
Day,
yeah.
Mama's on the line.
I know,
Royce.
mine too. Not the same without her.
Oh,
Okay. Bye.
okay.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.